Welcome to the very first episode of the Tax Studio Sessions. I'm Amanda and I'm here to make taxes simple, practical, and even just a little bit fun. Today we're diving into a topic that everyone loves: saving money on your taxes. Whether you're a small business owner, an employee, or just someone looking to keep a little bit more of your hard-earned cash, this episode is going to be packed with tips that help you do just that. I mean, who doesn't want to save a little bit of money where you can, right? So let's get into it. Taxes can be complicated, but knowing just a few smart strategies can really help to make such a big difference in how much you pay. Today, I'm going to be sharing my top 5 tax saving tips that honestly anyone can use. No matter what your financial situation is, these tips are designed to help you keep more of your money and to make the whole tax process just a little bit less daunting. The first tip that I have is to use tax reliefs and allowances to your advantage. This is all about understanding what tax reliefs and allowances are available and using them to benefit you as much as possible. In the UK, we have several tax-free allowances. I think the one that a lot of people know about is the personal allowance, which is essentially the £12,570 of income that you receive. It's the first income that you receive that is tax-free. So say, for example, you earn £30,000 a year, that first 12.5k is going to be tax-free. But even beyond that, there are so many other forms of relief that people can take advantage of. There's a marriage allowance, which essentially means that if you're married or in a civil partnership, you can transfer some of your personal allowance over to your partner or vice versa. This can help you save up to £252 a year. I know that might not seem like a significant saving, but it really does add up over the course of time. For those who have savings, there's a type of allowance called a personal savings allowance, and this helps you to save an amount of interest tax-free. So if you're a basic rate taxpayer, you can earn up to £1,000 of interest, and that will be completely tax-free. Even if you're a higher rate taxpayer, you can still get up to £500 of interest tax-free. Many people miss out on these simple allowances just because they don't know about them. So make sure you guys are having a look and checking what sort of allowances and reliefs that you can be benefiting from. The second tip that I have is to maximize your pension contributions. Contributing to your pension is such a great way to reduce your taxable income. When you put money into a pension, you're not just saving for the future, which as we all know is so vitally important, but you're also helping to reduce your current year tax bill. In the UK, you get tax relief on pension contributions at your marginal tax rate. A marginal tax rate is essentially the rate at which you pay tax. So for example, if you're a basic rate taxpayer, you get 20% tax relief on your contributions. If you're a higher rate taxpayer, you get 40% relief on your pension contributions. So even if we just tried to put that into perspective a little bit, say you contribute £100 into your pension, it's only really costing you £80 as a basic rate payer or £60 as a higher rate taxpayer. It's like getting extra money from the government just to boost your retirement savings. Also, not to mention that a lot of employers as well will contribute into your pension. Some will contribute and actually match whatever contribution you put in. Others might put in 3%, 4%, 5%, whatever it might be. These are all helping to give you even more savings. The next tip that I have is to claim work-related expenses. By claiming work-related expenses, you can help to save yourself just a little bit of extra money every single year. If you're an employee, you can claim tax relief on certain things that you've paid out of pocket. For example, if you're traveling at work, not commuting, unfortunately, your regular commute doesn't count, but say you're going to a client or you're going to a site where you might have professional fees, you might even have uniforms or tools that you need to pay for yourself to sort of help at work. You can claim this back. If you're driving to a client, you can claim up to 45p per mile for the first 10,000 miles and 25p after that. Even more so when you're self-employed, it becomes so much more important because you can claim expenses like home office, equipment, software subscriptions, and business-related travel. These can all be deducted from your taxable income. So say you're working from home and you're a freelancer, you're fully self-employed, you can claim back a portion of your home's utility bills as a business expense. Just make sure you keep a detailed record of your receipts just to back up any claims that you're making to HMRC. You never know, they might come and ask you, so make sure you have all of these kept up to date. The fourth tip that I have is to make use of the ISA allowance. An ISA is an individual savings account. In the UK, you can save up to £20,000 a year in an ISA, and any interest, dividends, or capital gains you earn inside the ISA are completely tax-free. This makes an ISA such a great way to save for the future while also keeping your earnings just out of HMRC's reach. So for example, if you have a stock and shares ISA, any sort of growth that you have in your investment won't be subject to capital gains tax when you sell them. Or if you're saving for a first home or for retirement, a lifetime ISA can be a great option. You get a 25% bonus on contributions, which can be up to £4,000 a year from the government, as well as benefiting from this £20,000. It's a tax-free savings boost that anyone can use. So have a quick look and see which sort of ISA will benefit you the most. The last tip that I have is to time your income and expenses. This one is primarily for those who are self-employed, but this can really help to reduce your tax bill in such a big way. So for example, you can bring forward expenses into your current tax year if you're expecting to have high earnings, or you can defer income into the next year if you've noticed that your income this year is a little bit lower. So say you're prepaying for some expenses like software subscriptions. You can pay these before the end of the tax year so that you can benefit from them this tax year when you know that your income is going to be a lot higher. If your income might not be as high, you could perhaps look into delaying this and paying this come the next tax year to go towards your expenses for the upcoming year. It's all about timing. Timing is so crucial in everything, and that applies for tax too. All of these benefits can really help to reduce your taxable profits and to lower the amount of tax that will be due. Here's a little bonus tip for you guys. Charitable donations can help to lower your tax bill. I'm all about giving back where you can. I think it's so important to give a helping hand whenever you have the chance. And now the fact that there's an added tax benefit too just gives such a great reason and such a great incentive to want to do this even more. So if you donate to a registered charity and claim gift aid, the charity can claim an extra 25p for every pound that you donate. If you're a higher rate taxpayer, you can claim the difference between the basic rate of tax and your highest rate on the value of your donation. So let's just put that into a numerical perspective. If you donate £100 to a charity and claim gift aid, the charity will receive £125. And as a higher rate taxpayer, you can then claim back £25 through your self-assessment, which effectively means that your donation has only cost you £75. This is such a great way to give back and to reduce your tax savings. So it's such a win-win for everyone in this situation. So there you have it. Those are my top tax saving tips. Remember that just small little adjustments really do add up over time, and they can help you make such big savings. If you're unsure about any of the tips or anything that I've given you, or you need some personal advice, make sure you reach out to an accountant or send me a message and I'll be happy to give a helping hand where I can. Thank you so much for joining me on this first episode of the Tax Studio Sessions. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review if you found these tips helpful, and I'll catch you guys next Tuesday for more insightful, fun, and helpful ways to control your finances. Until then, happy saving!